Hello, this is Lightmilf9, and I'm going to teach you guys how to draw some more Pokemon. This time we're going to learn how to draw Luvdisc, Roselia, or Roselia. I don't know how to friggin' pronounce that Pokemon's name, and Duskull. Now, since it is February, it just became February, today's the 1st. Ooh, I thought it was already the 7th or whatever. The month of Amore, the month of love. I tried to go with the Valentine's Day Pokemon, so we got, the heart Pokemon, Luvdisc. Pretty sure it's not called the heart Pokemon, but maybe it is. I don't know. Then we got, flowers, Roselia, and Duskull. Well, that's me right there, the ghost in the corner. Who gets no one? So that's what we're going to be drawing today. We're going to be drawing, the love, the flowers, and the me. The me. So let's get started. As always, we're going to do the easiest Pokemon first. I say as always, but I've only had one other video of this. Now, you might be wondering why they're all Gen 3 Pokemon. Well, I wasn't going to do that. I was going to do just random Pokemon from any generation. But then I was like, Luvdisc is from Gen 3, Roselia is from Gen 3, I don't know what else to put besides flowers and love for Valentine's Day, and I like Duskull, so let's just make it all Gen 3. So that's what happened, kinda. So that means I kinda skipped over Gen 2, but I guess I'll draw some Gen 2 Pokemon next time, if there is a next time. The reason why I'm doing this video is to gather more reactions. The other video only has like 2 views right now, but that's normal for me because I'm a low-grade YouTuber who gets pretty much no views on everything. I mean, the only video I had that really blew up was tips and tricks with MS Paint, and I'm not even sure why that blew up because all it was me talking, and I'm pretty bad at that. So let's get started with drawing Luvdisc. Luvdisc is very simple, especially if you have, like, Flash. I don't have, well, I do have Flash, but I'm using Paint right now, so if you had Flash, you could take this and rotate it, but you know what? Actually, we can rotate this. We can totally do that. Never mind, I'm stupid. Oh, nope, that's the wrong way. That's the wrong way. Nope. This way. There you go. Look, I found out how to cheat the system. Okay, you go on Paint, you draw a heart, you scale that down so no one sees that you cheated. Oh no, I drew another heart, that's not supposed to happen. Then you drag around it with the select tool. Then you press that, and it failed. Okay, lesson number 75, you gotta make sure, there you go, it's perfect. You gotta make sure that your selection is wide enough so that when it rotates it doesn't cut off. So there you go. You can totally do that and get the perfect heart shape if you want, or you can do my method. But I guess I'll do this first. You just bleb, circle. Oh, I'm sorry. You can use the circle tool actually to make a nice perfect circle. There you go. Perfect. 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 Turn the red to black and a little bit of blue. There you go, Luvdisc. Okay, well, that doesn't technically look all too like a Luvdisc. After all, this front end right here is far too flat. This is more like this, it's more pointed. This is more like a cute little heart that maybe you could do that in Paint. Maybe you could just make it like that, and then, there's my Luvdisc. I don't know, but let me show you a different way of doing it freehand. F. Alright, so you start off by drawing a sideways question mark. There you go. And you can draw the other one if you want to, but I will just copy and paste it and flip it, flip it vertically. There we go. There. There. It's nice. And then you can just round this off by doing that, because the mouth is round, not pointed. Ooh. By the way, I actually had a Luvdisc on one of my teams in Pokemon Y. Not a main game team, but one of my competitive teams. And, alright, I'm not sure what happened there, but recording got kind of messed up. But anyway, you draw a question mark. Well, that is an ugly looking question mark. You draw a sideways question mark. You copy and paste that, or you can just draw the other. Whoops. Or you can just draw the other one. Whichever floats your boat. Then you take a circle tool, or you can just draw a circle, and then you take another circle tool, and you draw a circle inside there. And then you do that. And don't forget the little loop there, and a smiley face there. I'm not sure how much of the recording I lost, but that's what I drew, and I'm not sure if you guys got to see that. That was really weird. Anyway, hope that doesn't happen again. You get pink from this thing, or you can just make your own pink, whatever. And you can get the lighter pink and the blue as well. And for the blue, you can just scribble in there a little. There you go. And there you go. That's Luvdisc. It's cute. It's Luvdisc. Oh, and you can also draw that little patch of light right there. You can totally add a highlight there if you want. And that is Luvdisc. I'm gonna put that over here because I like that Luvdisc. So, goodbye to you. I was gonna use red to X you out. Ended up using pink instead. Let's go to the next Pokemon and hope that my recording doesn't fail me again. Alright, for Roselia, what do we do? I haven't drawn Roselia in a long time. In fact, I don't think I've ever drawn Roselia. Yeah, I've never drawn Roselia. Okay. Well, then this is gonna be a challenge for both me and you. How can I teach you something that I have not drawn? I can find a way. I'm pretty good at looking at things and, you know, stuff. So first, what you're gonna do is draw some triangles, and it looks like that. There you go. So two little triangles. So an M followed by a V. An M and a V. That's all you're doing, an M and a V. I could do that in my sleep. Then you got a little, another little, whoop. So actually, you know what? Screw the M and a V, just put a W and a V. No, that doesn't really work for this line here. Okay, so you put an M and a V, and then you draw another V coming out of that other end. Yeah, that works. Okay, so you draw an M, and then you draw a V, and then you make this other side into a V. So that's what you do. There! That's actually more sideways, and this V is more straight. So that's what you do first. And then you can connect the two lines, and that's a really bad loop there. That is too. Just keep doing this till you get a good loop, man. It could take a while. There you go. That's a decent enough loop. You get that. Bring it down a little for me. Okay, you've got the little helmet part. This part. Now there's 3 spikes on it, and those are pretty easy to draw. They're just triangles coming out of her head. That's all she is. 3 triangles coming out of her head. This one's kind of too fat, so is that one, but whatever. And shorten that a little. Now there you go, you've got the helmet. All you gotta do to make the face now is just this. There you go, you've got her head. You got the head. And you can put 2 little U's, followed by another U, and you put some lines on the 2 upper U's, and there you go. Now you've got Roselia's face. Well, sorta. I draw a little bit differently than this Her eyes are a little bit more spread out, while my eyes are more close together, but you get the gist. Then you just draw a leaf. I draw very fancy leaves. That's actually probably not going to work. There you go. You draw a leaf. How can I describe that better? A lemon? A football. A football. You draw a football on her stomach and some shoulder pads. Because Roselia is very tough. And gets into lots of fights, so she needs to be protected. So there you go. And then that leg down here, all you need to do for that is a little less than what I just did. Oh, it's like a curvy V. A curvy V that comes out of a leaf. And then another V behind it. Yeah, exactly. It's perfect. Then you take two little U's, well, they're not really little. They're pretty big, wide U's, and you bring them out of her shoulder blades. There we go. I gotta move this to the side because this is getting too much for me to handle. And before we get into the really hard looking thing right here, this flower and this flower, those look difficult even for me. You just draw a little V. There. Because she's got a V-neck. And don't forget to color it in yellow and not pale green, otherwise it will look like a V-neck. Okay, next up you draw the flowers, and those, not gonna lie, they look kinda complex. They look more complex than they did when I was first looking at Roselia. So, let's go pretty slowly. First of all, erase that. Make sure your arms are at an even, oh, not your arms, but your little stubs here. Make sure they're even. Make sure they're not like this, pretty much, or like this, or like this. Make sure they're even. First, you draw a little whale. You draw a whale. And he's a cute little whale. And that is your starting point. Gets a lot more difficult from here. You draw another whale, but this time, this whale is a bit, it's got a hump. This whale's got a hump before it gets to its tail. And you erase that other whale's head, because they're making out. So you got two whales making out. One's a bit longer than the other. Then you've got, what the F? It's like, nah, I'll do that last. That would be a better idea. Okay, so you come over here and you draw a worm. You draw a worm. It's just kind of, it's not really like that at all, actually. I kind of drew it a bit. There we go. Little worm. Nah, actually, I had it right. A little worm. You know, see, there's his eye. There's his bands. He's a worm. Then you draw two hands. Two Mew hands. You ever seen Mew's hands? They kind of look like this. You got a thumb, and you got a mitt. Yeah, and it curves around like that. You got one hand there, and then you draw a little hill, and then you draw a little dip, and then you draw another hill, and now you're drawing the other hand. You got a thumb, doesn't quite touch the other thumb, and then you got a mitt, which does touch the other mitt. And it comes out of this worm. And whoops. I should probably draw that backwards. There we go. It goes like that. So there you go. That's all of that. And the last part, you have a wavy ditto. So there's one hump, then a ditch, then a 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 hump. And there you go! Sort of. Mine's a little flat here, as you can tell. It's not perfect to this level. I could probably just take this section, you know, and widen it by doing that, and it'd be great. But I'm not gonna take the time to do that, so sorry. But that's pretty much what you got there. You got one whale, another whale making out with it. Then you got a worm, buddy. Then you got two Mew hands, and a hill and a ditch and a hill connecting those Mew hands. Then you've got a little wavy Ditto in the background. A really wavy Ditto. Look at him. See, he's a wavy Ditto. Those are not Ditto's eyes. Ditto's eyes are like that. See, he's waving. Look, I'll draw it here. You can totally see it. Okay, he probably doesn't have room for the smile, but he's got room for the eyes, definitely. But he's really hiding behind these Mew hands. Okay, next up is the other flower, which we're not doing yet. Okay, there's actually a step before you draw that. You got a little, like a four-pointed star. That's not it. A four-pointed star. There you go. That's perfect. It's good enough. How am I gonna draw this without running out of space? Alright, let's start drawing this thing. Let me just move it over here so that way I don't have to stretch out this recording. Alright, Roselia, you're a bit more complex than I thought you were. And if I already knew how to draw you, I probably would have drawn you better, but whatever. First time drawing it for me, maybe the first time drawing it for you guys. That's good, though. We all need new experiences. Now, how do I explain this? It kind of looks like a shark tooth, this part anyway. This part kind of looks like a shark tooth. There's the gum area, and there's the tooth area. You know, this is the fur, and this is the goo, the gums. So you draw a shark tooth, except you're drawing it backwards. So it's like that, and then woo, and then there. So there's your shark tooth. See, it's totally a shark tooth. And then you take this, and this actually just, it looks kind of like a Ditto, I guess, though any blob can look like a Ditto. So this part is his arm, and this part is the bottom leg area, and you take his butt and you drag it up like that, and then he's got a little arm, and then he's got his two humps, and whoops, and he's got a little hump there, but it's not that much, it's not that big, and then he's got his other arm right there. There you go. Then you've got a little piece coming out of this tip here, right here, out of this tip, and we go there. We just bring it to that tip. And then we've got a little part here, and it kind of connects over here as well. And the last thing you need to do is just go right here in this hump and just bring it around to that hump. And then you just do that. Put a line. Another line. And you're done. That kind of looks dumb. It didn't look dumb. Maybe it did. I don't know. What do you guys think? But there you go. That's, that is how you draw Roselia. That took a lot longer than I thought it was going to take. Wow. Okay. Now all you gotta do is color it. There we go. Last but not least is Duskull. The poor, lonely guy or girl who sits alone, watching the other people and have their fun with their Roselias and their Luvdiscs. They just sit there and watch. Duskull, I actually like to draw his hands out and waving like that, but you know, How do you draw Duskull's hands, actually? Yeah, I'm right. Okay, good. It's like that. But I draw him like this. Anyway, let's start drawing Duskull. And I'm gonna draw it a little bit differently from the picture. So if you're looking at that, well, too bad. So first, you're gonna want to draw a teepee. I guess. That's not really a teepee looking thing, actually. It's kind of an upside down V. Ah! I was resting my elbow on my chair and my elbow just slid off. That was painful. Then you just draw, make that like a curve. Yeah, you draw a curve. Then you draw, squares? Yeah, squares. You draw squares. I don't think I've ever drawn a Duskull either. Well, I mean, besides a couple of sketches. Yeah, Roselia I've never drawn at all. Duskull I sketch, but I never drew like an actual, real, great-looking picture of Duskull or anything. Stop talking there for a minute, I'm sorry. You make a little circle, and you connect these two lines here, and you erase that a bit because that's dumb. And then you bring that a bit inside. I like drawing big eyes on things, so mine's a bit bigger than normal. I apologize for that. Then you draw his other eye, which I drew a bit smaller for some reason. And then you draw his other eye. Make it as big or as small as you want. And you draw another circle inside of there. And erase a little bit of part of this. There you go. Make sure this area is shaded in. This area. This little area here. You're going around the eye. And then you have a little pink part. There you go. It's so cute! Okay. And then you draw his belly, which is just a curve coming out of that middle tooth. And you make a little hump in a ditch, and then you put it's like ice cream. It's like you're drawing the top of an ice cream, you know? You draw some ice cream, and then you're like, woo! And then that's his hood. And then he's got kind of like he's got a little chubby body, like that. And then he's got the tail, little tail. I don't know how to explain that. It's like a ditto without a head. So just chop off a ditto and give him a little extra lump. And there you go. You've got Duskull's little tail. Not tail, brobe thing. I don't know. And don't forget the bone, which looks like that. It's just a butt with a stick coming out of it. Whoops. I effed that up. And the part that I'm going to do differently is instead of having his hands like this, which is boring to me, I'm going to have him have his hands out, which would be great. So, just, make a little thumb there and a little thumb there. That's actually pretty bad. Thumb there and a thumb there. And no. This one's more pointed. There you go. There we go. Why isn't that working? Why is that? Oh, it's a slightly different color blue. There we go. All right. And there's his hand coming out, and then I guess I can draw the other thumb. And that is Duskull. He's so cute. I love Duskull. One of my favorite little ghost types, because he's so adorable. I'm not a real big fan of Dusclops or Dusknor. I mean, they're cool and all, but Duskull is cute. And I like Duskull because he's adorable. And that is how you draw Duskull, Luvdisc, and Roselia. Sorry about the weird footage at the beginning because that got cut off and I'm not sure how much I have to redo. Hopefully nothing. So you didn't really get to see Luvdisc, but that's not much of an issue because Luvdisc is pretty easy to draw. After all, you can just use the heart tool and flip it over if you want to help you with that. Then we had Roselia, probably harder than Duskull. I thought she was going to be easier than Duskull, or he, whichever. I thought Roselia would have been easier than Duskull, but no, Duskull turned out to be a lot easier than Roselia. So I was wrong. Well, I mean, it was easy up until the flower part. Flowers were pretty difficult, because I don't draw flowers. Ever. Oh my god, I just realized I forgot something really important part of that flower. Oh, I'm dumb. I didn't put the little cave. I didn't put the cave. Why didn't you guys tell me? My flower was looking dumb. So to draw that, it's just a cave. It's a cave. That you'd put that on there. You're good. And then Duskull, which I didn't forget anything, right? No, I don't think so. Well, let me make him a bit darker there, because it just looks weird. Anyway, this has been Lightloaf9. I hope I somehow taught some of you. If these videos are not helpful at all, then I will just stop making them. If they are of help, and they do get more views, I'll make more. But as of now, these two are probably the only two that I'm gonna make. So, thanks for watching.